Hello and welcome to Sunday morning Cowboy Church, where we're going to start off our morning by having a little runabout with our good friend Carl. Good morning, Carl, and happy Sunday. I hope you're off to a beautiful start today, buddy. It's nice to see you too, Carl. Carl's out for a brisk 13 mile per hour walk. He's gotten himself nice and warmed up. Probably go 15 this morning. All right, and sure enough, he is. Looking good, Carl. We love you, buddy. Everybody else is out having a breakfast snack this morning. All of the cows have been fed. Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm having to work between rain showers. It's been raining most of the evening, and I wanted to make sure I come out and did the feed up with you all for our Cowboy Church. I mean, come on, it is Cowboy Church after all. You don't want to have Cowboy Church sitting inside the JL Motel RV. Cowboy Church is meant to be outside celebrating the beauty that God has put all around us. And that's what we're doing this morning. But like I said, I've been having to do this between showers. Spotty showers off and on. We did get 2.5 inches of rain overnight, which is wonderful. It's not enough to cause any ponding. So that means that all of my seed that I planted, my ryegrass seed, should still be set in place. We're not concerned about that. Sweetie, there's more grass, hay, right there, look down. She found it, good girl. Poor baby. Guys, Gemma is the baby in the family. Well, gosh darn it, the dominoes are about to fall. Guys, the dominoes are beginning to fall, and the pecking order is a real thing, and poor Gemma is finding herself on the bottom, and she's going to have a hard time finding anywhere to eat. Now remember, a simple rule of mine is I always put out a flake or two more than what we need. My problem this morning is I may have put those flakes too close together. What I mean is, here's a dab of a flake right there that's not being eaten on, and the horses are all going to walk around and move each other until they can all find a happy median. But we only have 8 plus 1, so 9 total equine over here, and I put out at least 10 flakes of hay. But like I said, my problem this morning is I probably did not spread those out far enough. Something beautiful is, now you've missed it, but I also fed the cows and the calves this morning. As of right now, the horses have come over, the neighbors' horses have come over to take over. But everyone's been fed up this morning. I wanted to get that done so that I could do that during and between rain showers, because I think we're going to have spotty showers throughout most of the morning. So if you want to hang on right quick, we're going to drive down and have a peek at our cows, see what they're doing. I'll grab these muffins out of the trailer, and then we'll also have a peek at Chucky Poo. Oh, and I know that you're excited about counting the chickens, aren't you? Don't you want to count those chickens? I do. Did I put those muffins in this door? No, they're in the other side. I have moved the trailer since I set those muffins in here. I'm trying to get everything cleaned up and looking pretty for the Meet the Morrow event coming up in a couple of weeks. As we get closer to that day, weather's looking even nicer. As of right now, the weather's going to be mostly sunny, clouding up towards the evening. But like I've already said, we will more than likely be done by 2 o'clock. By 2 o'clock that day, we will be done. So if it begins to cloud up after 2, that's completely fine. Can I count these chickens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I count 14. Guys, I counted 14. They're all here. Oh, thank you, Lord. Yeah, last night, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, last night we were a bit concerned because we were missing chickens, or at least I thought that we were. I thought we were missing chickens because it was already dark and I couldn't count them all. But just now, when I let them out earlier, they took off a flying. I couldn't count them then. But I just now got me one spot where I saw all of them in the same frame. And I did in fact, oh no, here comes that rain again. I did in fact grab a quick count, and I do count 14. So all of the JL Ranch chickens are here. All 14 of them, okay? And that's great news. Let me drop my water into my trough and get this filling up, and we'll drive back. Oh, it's a muddy mess out here though. Give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna try to use this water to rinse off some of that mud on the hose. I'm getting my sweater dirty in the process though. That's okay. That's okay. And we will leave this water running here, and then we'll come back and turn it off, okay? I'm just trying to get me some water hose in there. But if you're not careful, this hose will kink up on you something. Okay, I'll come back and fill that one and then fill that one. All right, let's go. You guys still with me? We're not gonna close the gate because all of the cows are out back. And this morning, Caroline did not come a-running when she saw me, so I'm guessing she's not going to be hungry. But you all saw for yourself, for those who watched the live last night, that Caroline will absolutely come to you when she wants a bite, when she needs a baba. All of the cows are laid up over here on the side of the hill, which is beautiful. And then Chuck, because he is a man, he's kind of off to himself over here, but he keeps an eye on the ladies from a distance. And he reminds you that his services are always available. And his services mean his protection and his babysitting skills. Chuck is always available to babysit when called upon, okay? And he's up. He's up just to show y'all he's not a lazy bum. He's not being lazy this morning. He's not being lazy. He's just got to stretch it out a little bit. Hey, buddy. Oh, look, he's trying to look tough for me. Guys, that posturing is him trying to look tough for me. Hey, bud, we brought you some snacks, okay? We brought you some delicious muffins. Chucky, you just dropped 2 of your muffins on the ground. Now I got to grab you a couple more. Here's a couple more. Please be more careful when you eat them out of my hands. My hands are, there you go. Now there's 2 more on the ground that I cannot get to. All right, there's your 4 muffins, okay? You're good. There's 2 more on the ground right there. Chucky, don't walk off and leave them. He got them. He found them. All right, Chucky Poo's fine. Guys, we're not going to drive out amongst these cows and get them all up. They're all laid down, keeping their underbellies dry. It would be really foolish of me to drive over there and make them all get up. Whew. I'm going to go across one of the really bumpy parts of our pasture, though. And then anyone who has a touchscreen device can zoom in all you want to and have a peek at your favorite baby longhorn. Or your favorite mama longhorn. Or whoever you love the most. But they're happy, they're content, they're looking pretty darn good. And remember, all of this hill is what I mowed earlier this week. And I did that before I come out and put down my ryegrass seed. So in no time, we should be seeing that seed begin to start popping up. And it's gonna be gorgeous. We don't have the birds here that are going to come by and eat the seed up the way they would over there in Plum Grove. I feel sorry for Uncle Dan and, Caroline sees me. I feel sorry for Uncle Dan and Ellie and Megan and anyone else who's going to put seed out over there because they need to know that their seed, if it doesn't get to the ground fast, those guineas that my dad has are going to come by and swallow it up. And they will walk around day after day after day and just eat and eat and eat. So you need that seed to germinate fast. All right. Okay, friends, that was an expedited edition, kind of a fast-paced lookabout of our Cowboy Church, the outside edition. I'll be more than happy to walk inside with you, get a cup of coffee. If you want a cup of coffee. But like I said, it would be really unbecoming of me to get the cows up. They've already have them a nice warm underbelly where they've decided to lay out and let this rain fall around them, keeping their bellies dry. And if they get up and end up having to lay back down, they'll be laying, in fact, on wet grass. So let's be aware of them and not get them all up just to give them a muffin. Looks like my water is overflowing now. I can switch it over to my other water trough. You guys will give me a second to get that taken care of. Actually, it's not overflowing. It's just the spigot has come up. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna one day, guys, when I get my new addition built, when I get that new addition of that barn built right over there, when I come off of there with that new addition, that lean-to, it's already on a perfect hill. I'm gonna put me a concrete pad, a small concrete pad, just big enough to hold a couple of these water troughs. And when I get that done, what I'm going to do is get me a really amazing water system built. Automatic water fillers where the cows cannot get to them. That's right, you heard me right. An automatic water filler system that the cows cannot get to. I'm going to come back and turn that water off, I promise. And then we will always have water out underneath the shelter for our cows to drink. And I will not have to do what I'm doing there with that stupid ass hose, because that thing is not cool. Hey chickens, that hose is not cool. Like I said, don't worry though, I have more hose. I've been trying to tell people, don't send a water hose over here. I got plenty of water hose. I know that we're going to get this addition built on here at some point. And when we do, I'm going to make me a water system over here. That's going to be great. It's just going to be wonderful. It's also going to allow us more protection from the elements. We have a growing herd of cows here. And you want to make sure that if they choose to be out of the weather, they can be. I'm not so much concerned about them coming in from the sun. There's plenty of shade trees. There's an entire grove of shade trees over here. And there's these shade trees across the pasture. There's a big tree of life here. I mostly feel bad for them when you have like these cold fronts blow through here with wind and rain. And the temperature drops. I know what you're going to say. Cow people. I'll actually tell you something funny. I'll tell you something funny. Something that I read on an email one time. A lady was accusing me of contributing to the downfall or the lessening of the cattle population. She was saying, I'm just going to paraphrase, guys. I'm paraphrasing an email. It's kind of funny. I think you'll appreciate the humor in this. She reminded me that for a millennium, cattle, along with horses, have grazed the pastures and the grasslands of not just our country, but continents all over the world. Okay, fine. She goes, without shelter, without barns, without water troughs. And she says, all that I'm doing by providing barns and clean, fresh water, and as much of a fuss as I make about all of these things, she goes, all I'm really doing is lessening or weakening the herd. She goes, because what will happen is these guys over here will get dependent, or they'll become familiarized with having a place to go to get out of the weather. Their gut will get familiarized with having clean, fresh water. And so future cows born to them will not be as adept to be able to live anywhere else besides somewhere that pampers to them. Now, okay, so I'm an open-minded kind of guy, and I can say, you know what, lady? The evolution of things happen. Yeah, as of right now, here's an example. With the discovery of fire, now humans cook our food. We don't eat it raw the way early humans did, right? Okay, I get what she's trying to say, that any offspring, here's an example. Let's just take our little bull calves, Prince Willie Joe, Lord Grayson, and the 5 little bulls who we have living over here now, who will not have a forever home here. One day they're going to go to a new forever home that might not have a barn, and it might not have a water trough. So I get what she's saying. And she's saying that all I'm doing is setting them up for future failure, because they're not going to be able, or not as easily adaptable, to being out in the elements, to drinking from a pond or a puddle. And I get what she's saying. I'm not being mean, y'all. I was not mean to her, because what she's saying is kind of true. That one day when Prince Willie Joe and Lord Grayson leave here and go become their own herd bulls, I'm going to say 99% likely that they will not have a barn. Guys, my own dad, we love Pawpaw, but my own dad does not have a barn for his cows. All right? He doesn't. And my own dad does not provide a water trough. I don't think. He might, but I don't think he does, because he's of the old school mentality, and I'm not knocking him. His cows are very adapted to living in the elements. We don't get on to them. We don't get mad about it, because 99% of your ranchers also raise their cows out in pasture. Where they don't have shelter from the elements. All right? And so I remember that one year whenever Jake and Brianne were raising their cows, and the drought was so bad and they had no water troughs out there, they kept trying to fill and refill their pond. They were bringing in those giant water trucks to refill their ponds. I hope that you guys know what I'm talking about. They had these big, giant 18-wheeler water trucks, because they were trying to remain a quote-unquote homestead, not sanctuary. And as a homestead, yeah, you don't have to have the same types of setups. But what I'm saying is that I just like it to know that the cows have a place to go. Do I want to see the little bulls who one day will become herd leaders struggling, not having a barn, looking around? Well, where's my barn? Well, where do I drink? And all the other cows are drinking out of the ponds, and my bulls will be like, the hell? So don't be mad at me. Oh, guys, I see we have a birthday. It's Abby Cat's birthday. Well, you know what? Once I grab myself a kazoo, we're just going to sing to her. Sing to her. Oh, yeah, someone else goes, where's my feed buggy? Guys, I get it, okay? I get it. But I'm going to tell you a similar story that was told to me from a teacher years ago. I was teaching school. I don't remember what grade, maybe 5th grade, 6th grade, intermediate level. And man, we were having a great time that school year. Kids were wonderful. I was really loving life. But we had a lot of fun, and I found ways to make teaching fun. And so one day after school, she saw me in the teacher's lounge, and she said, "You know that all you're doing with all of this fun and games is setting these kids up for failure, for future failure." And I'm like, "Oh no," I says, we're having fun ways of learning. We're doing fun ways of learning. I'm finding ways to make learning fun." And she says, "Okay, maybe you are, but next year's teachers are not going to do what you're doing. And so kids this year who are loving your class are going to one day graduate and leave your class and go to the next grade level where they're not going to have as much fun learning, and they're going to struggle. They're going to have a really hard time sitting there in a classroom without all of the movement, without all of the activity, without all of the fun and the games and the laughter." And I was kind of like, well, so is she saying that I should make myself conform to being a dull, dry, boring classroom just so that my kids remain familiar with dry, dull, boring teachers? I mean, isn't that kind of similar? Do you not see some similarities here? So I'm not going to take away from the cows that we have, even though I understand the point. I understand the lady's point. I understand the teacher's point. So I don't know, guys. There's not a blue book or a blueprint, a how-to manual on the way it has to be done. I think that all you can do, hold on guys, I'm walking through the mud. I'm gonna put that water hose right in there. I can go ahead and walk out of here now, and I'll just turn off the main valve over here. Yeah, so I don't know. I hope that you guys understand the points I was trying to make, and you have an opinion on it. I don't know. I mean, do you want me to be lesser and offer less so that I don't diminish? And that's just mud from the water hose. Do you want someone to be lesser of a teacher and not give kids moments to smile and laugh and love? Do you not want me to give cows a chance to come in and fill their bellies and get a fresh drink of clean water and give them delicious ryegrass in the winter and summer grasses and keep out dry hay to keep their bellies full so that they never go to bed hungry, just so that they don't get too spoiled and get too lazy? Hey, it was an interesting email, and I hope that you have been entertained by the thought, because it was a thought-provoking email. I am not by any means trying to make any farmer who cannot afford a barn, oh, my water just popped out of there. I am not trying to make any farmer or rancher who does not have a barn feel lesser of a rancher. I'm not. I'm just blessed that we do have the availability, thanks to you all. The fact that you guys are so loyal to the channel, thank you all for allowing us to provide things that some cows and horses don't have access to. This is our little family. It's the same way of saying that not all kids can have a pair of Nike shoes. But do you take away Nikes from LE just because Lex, his mom, won't buy him any? You know, I mean, I don't know. This may not be coming out right at all. Let's ask Jamie. She is here, guys. If you remember, last night I came over in the farm truck. I did go home last night after feed up. I came back this morning in my big truck because I had to buy a gate. This gate is going to go on the end of the horse stable, on that end, so that we can work inside the horse stables without the horses running in and bothering us. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, without the horses coming in and bothering us. So Jamie is here. What the hell? That's my Civil War stuff. What is she doing? What is she doing with my Civil War stuff? This was an heirloom that my dad passed down to me that I'm going to one day make a video of. Why did Jamie just put it outside? Uh-oh, what is Jamie up to? I'm almost scared to go in. Shadow, who's monitoring my alarms? Who's doing my alarm monitoring this morning? Oh, Nikki's. Nikki's on the job, guys, not to worry. Nikki is on the job. Shadow's taking a break. He's on his 15-minute break. Okay, come here. All right, come here. You're on a 15-minute break, guys. Don't worry, Shadow's on his 15-minute break, but Nikki is in there monitoring the alarms, okay? Remember, he's our IT guy. Shadow is our IT guy. He works IT. Snack over here. Shadow works IT, okay? Come here, sweet Shadow. Guys, I need 2 hands to open this. I need 2 hands. Give me 1 second, please. Shadow. Hold on, buddy. Here. I'm going to take one in there to Nikki, too, okay? I'm going to take one over there to Nikki. You stay right here and eat yours. I'm going to take one over to Nikki because she's doing the IT job right now. Nikki's working the IT job. They take turns at IT tech. And I really love the fact that oh, no. Nikki, who's watching my alarm, sweetie? Who's doing my alarm monitoring? Sweetie, who's going to do my alarms if you're not doing it? I guess she thinks because I'm here, she's going to get herself a little break. All right, guys, not to worry. Everything looks fine. I see that my trash is full. Okay. Look, I turned that one camera facing the new driveway. That's where the cat is out eating. Shadow. I got the John Deere under surveillance in 2 different cameras. I got the whole red barn. I got my neighbor's horses over here. Can y'all see that? The glare is bad. I got this entire hillside covered. There ain't nothing can happen anywhere in this entire 180 without getting on video. Nothing. It covers everything down that driveway, all the way down that. Well, a ways down that driveway, the John Deere, the barns, the fences, my gates, even the neighbor's place over here. I can see it all. And this thing records to the cloud and to my phone. So I'm going to show you something. It will highlight anytime that anyone walks by, it will highlight and let me know to my phone if it's human, if it's animal, if it's vehicle, which is really, really, really neat. They're time stamped. So it's just a really neat setup. All right, let's go ahead and walk inside and get our coffee. You guys ready? I hope that Jamie's not naked. Babe, are you naked? Okay, well, I got my phone going. Oh, she got the fire going. I told y'all it's chilly out there. Are you drinking coffee already? Yeah. Without me?
You were out.
Oh my God, that's the saddest thing for me. I always wait for her.
No, you do
To me, one of the most important things ever is to do that coffee clink together, guys. It means so much to me. But obviously, it doesn't mean that much to everybody.
Oh my God, do not put people
Do not turn against her, y'all. Do not.
Tell them you're joking.
Joking.
And you have coffee with them every morning before you come home to me.
I'm joking, y'all. I have coffee with y'all all the time before I ever come home to her. That part is true, Jamie. But it's just the fact that she's over there sitting in front of the fire that makes
Cozy,
it so
isn't it?
inviting. So inviting, Jamie. So inviting.
Super cozy.
Jamie, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
And I want you to think about it before you answer. Let me drop off her coffee to her first. And then I'll go back and get mine. Here you go.
Thanks, Lynn.
I'll be right back. I'm going to put you guys in this really cool tripod. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. This may be a little bit weird. Now, just so you know, this is the ambiance of the room, okay? This is where we're sitting this morning.
Excuse all the Xbox stuff.
Is that going to be weird?
I don't know.
Is that weird?
I see the bottom of my dirty shoes.
Why don't we put our chairs down?
Because I just put it up.
You know, Jason and Brooke sit with the camera facing them.
Yeah.
Is that too low?
Does it go higher?
I can bring something over here to make it go higher. Guys, we're just trying to figure it all out. We've never, ever done this.
We've never sat in the recliners and just in front of the fire had a cup of coffee with y'all.
I'm going to bring a chair from the table and set this chair here in front of us. And we're going to put this tripod here on the chair. And then I can raise it or lower it. Like there. Does that look good right
I
there?
think that's good.
Okay. Okay.
I cleaned.
It looks wonderful. It's
Also-
nice and cozy in here.
It is cozy.
We didn't coffee clink either.
Mm.
Coffee clinks to you all. Happy Sunday.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers to you all. Yes, coffee clinks and cheers. I'm going to ask you a question that I posed to the folks outside, okay? You ready?
Okay.
Let me just pull this off. Don't look at my belly. Don't look at my tummy, please. Not my tummy. Anything but my tummy. I'll show you anything but my tummy. That's true. So here's my question. There was a lady who sent an email one time. Not mad about it. I'm not mad. And she said that all I'm doing by offering these cows shelter, feed buggies, keeping out dry hay year-round, water troughs, is setting them up for cows, the future of the herd, to be lesser. And the fact that those who have to leave, like the Prince Willie Joe, the Lord Grayson, the 5 bulls we have out here now, they'll one day go off to their new forever homes, and 99% certain they will not have big barns, big, clean water troughs that are refilled daily, feed buggies always out and available, and they're going to one day not realize. And so I kind of tied that into the fact that, and then she reminded us that, hey, for millennia and across the continents, cattle in general have been conditioned to drink from ponds and from streams and rivers. They've been conditioned to withstand the elements, the cold, the rain, the winds, the heat, the sun. And so, as have horses. And so all we're doing by doing all of these things is setting them up for future failure.
Okay.
And then I made a connection to something that I think I've told you this story. But one time a lady, a teacher at my school, caught me off in the teacher's lounge. And she was upset because she was my next door neighbor. And all she heard throughout the day was kids laughing and having a good time. And I says, I'm blessed that I found some really fun things to do to make learning fun. And she says, all you're doing with all this fun is setting these kids up for failure, because next year their teachers ain't going to be doing all these games.
Yeah.
And these kids are going to find themselves in disciplinary issues, not wanting to come to school because I've set them up for future failure. And so I think that what she was suggesting is I take it down a notch and make school boring and dry and lame. The same way the lady is saying, take out them barns, take out them feed buggies, take out them that fresh water. And so I was just reminding folks that I understand that not every rancher and farmer is able to provide a shelter, and they do allow their cows to drink from water sources, natural sources like ponds and creeks and rivers. But I don't think that because, I don't know. Your thoughts?
I hear the message, but
You gotta be a little bit louder, babe. People, the number one comment whenever you and I are doing something together is people can't hear you.
Except for that one time when they're like, Jamie's always louder and always yells.
Well, that's just that one lady.
So I hear the message and I hear the intent, but I also feel like not every cow is going to leave, and you can't just like, the way that we care for animals is the way that we care for our animals, and hopefully we pick homes that have those amenities in the future as well. And you can't guarantee that, but also that they're resilient animals, they're adaptive, and that is nature. And I mean, I don't think that you withhold things just because what if one day they don't have it.
So Miss Kathy says, but you are in control of putting your animals where you want them. Not always, Miss Kathy. Now we can absolutely look around and shop around for their best home. But for example, Santoro, who's living a wonderful life with his own 7 or 8. How many has he got now?
I think he has 8 now.
Santoro has 8 lady friends. Santoro has no barn. Now I do think that Jake has water troughs because it's dry there. But he has no barn. So Santoro is living without a barn. So that was a great deal for us. We got 4 for 1 with Santoro. But so I made that deal, but I couldn't say, sorry, Jake, if you'll build a barn, then I'll send Santoro over. You don't do that because most, and I'm like I said, 99%. Now, dairy farmers are different. If you guys live up north where you see big dairy farms, well, you see big barns.
Yeah, but up north is different. Let's be honest here. That the weather here is
Hold on. Even Yellowstone, the movie Yellowstone up in Montana, they don't have barns for their cows to go into.
That's true.
Y'all, they don't have barns for their cows. Their cows follow the grass up into the mountains, across the grasslands. Their cows go where there's grass to eat. They don't throw out hay until they need it. And so all I'm saying is for certain cattle who are conditioned to the weather, there's not going to be barns. But for dairy cow, there are, because you have to have a place for all of your dairy products.
Yeah.
So.
Excuse me. Sorry, I needed that hand.
It's okay.
Your hands are cold. It's chilly up.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's why I turned on the heater in here. It was cold in here.
Y'all see how I switched hands now because she sneezed with one, so I grabbed the other one?
I sneezed into my arm, for the record. I sneezed into my arm.
So no, I was just thinking about that and I wanted to get your ideas and your thoughts on it. It was kind of the topic of the day.
Well, I don't think that you change the way that you take care of your animals for the long-term what-ifs future of certain animals, because not that many will leave here.
And then someone just said that people, just like animals, will adapt.
They will adapt.
I've seen children adapt. I mean, think about kids raised in all types of different socioeconomic households and all different kinds of neighborhoods. I was reading, we talked a couple of days ago about, in general, the United States is a very safe place to live and travel. And then I says, but I would be scared to travel to certain parts of the country. I would not want to go to like Compton in LA. I've never been, but only from what I think that I've seen portrayed in rap music. and TV, I think I would be scared to go and be unsafe driving down through Compton. Yet I saw a lot of comments saying, "Wait, Compton's actually very nice. Compton, that's just a myth." Okay, I don't know. So what I'm saying is, but I know that there were people who say, "Wait, I've been to Compton plenty of times. There's nothing wrong with Compton. There's nothing wrong with Detroit. There's nothing wrong with Chicago. It's just, I guess you adapt to your environment." I would be scared to go to New York City. I've told you that.
I know you are. That's like the least fear that you should have, though. Houston is scarier than New York City.
Well, I wouldn't go to Fifth Ward in Houston either.
Yeah.
There's Fifth Ward, if you guys don't know, but I think that Houston, Fifth Ward area might be up there in the murder capital of the United States, as far probably top 10. So don't think that there's not places. Anyway, how do we?
I don't know how you spun it. To
Oh,
that.
how we adapt. But there are people who live in Fifth Ward that probably love living there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how we got to talk about Compton, but
I don't either.
it's not a place that I desire to go see. It's not like on my list of places to go see. Speaking of list, I did make a list
of the
Texas tour places.
The Texas tour.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I will be talking to Jeff once we get those dates finalized, and we'll get Jeff down here, and hopefully I'll have a day to spend with him to kind of show him the ropes. Everything from Caroline's Baba to where I keep the stash of muffins to how I operate working around Carl, not with Carl.
Did you notice that four containers of muffins came this week?
I saw them. I opened them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Getting ready for Jeff's visit, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Totally stocking up.
And then most and foremost, teaching him how we do the horses. Now, I know Jeff watches videos, so he can see a lot, but I would like to at least be here once to kind of show him and ease him.
Those horses are going to teach him.
Yeah, they will teach him. Jeff's going to learn. Jeff's going to learn.
Rita's going to make sure of it. I promise you that.
I actually, while we're on vacation, one of my favorite things to do while we're out and about might be watching Jeff's live streams from the JL.
Yeah.
And I promise you, there's going to be 100, let's just say 200 sweet ladies who are going to tell him exactly what to do and how to do it. Thank y'all for doing that for him.
Listen,
because he needs it. Jeff needs constant supervision.
One time, I didn't do the chain on the gate right. I did it backwards, so I did it through the hole first and then on top. And you would not believe the wrath that I have felt between that and that I didn't turn off the water main one night.
That just means that we have a very observant audience.
Jamie, the gate. And I'm like, guys, I closed the gate. They're like, no, you didn't close it right. It's not latched right. You must go back out. You're going to let all the cows out.
Well, they worry. They worry.
The cows didn't get out because of me. That's all I'm saying. It was good.
Yeah, someone said stay away from the bayous in Houston. I would agree with that.
Man, that's a big hot topic right now. You know that, right?
All I know is that when we drive through Houston, and I drive through there about once a week when I go deal with Lex to his games or pick him up or whatever, underneath the bayous are all of the homeless encampments. So the homeless set up their camps all along the bayou. And everywhere that the overpass goes over the bayous, you just look down and you just see all the camps of all the homeless. So I'm not at all saying that Houston is safe and so-and-so state is not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I know what areas I would probably be wise to stay out of.
Yeah. No, so there's a big thing about the Houston bayous because it's something like 58 bodies have been found this year or something. It's more than, it's like a record. And that people are calling like, it's a serial killer, and the city of Houston is like, nah, we usually find this many bodies. Like, the Houston's
That's normal,
like,
yeah,
it's fine. They're just hearing about it more often, and people that don't know are hearing about it.
But if you think about it, if you were to, now this is a horrible and very morbid way. This is supposed to be Cowboy Church. But if you were going to have to dispose of a body, I do think that most people look at a water source as an easy way to dispose of it.
Do they?
Oh, yeah, think about it. Because number one, it's not going to stay in that same location. It's going to move. Number two, it's going to be decomposed a lot faster with all of the little animals and the elements working against it, which is going to hide a whole lot of DNA that may be left behind. It's going to be harder to find. It's not like your dog's going to bring home an arm or a finger if you were to bury it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to bury. Digging a hole deep enough to bury is, guys, I've never thought about this, but unfortunately,
why I'm like sitting here thinking.
Here's what's
like,
horrible. If you or me ever go missing, they're going to use this video as evidence of what we did to each other.
I am staying silent on this, for the record.
Hey, killing's not in me, guys. Killing is not in me, okay? Now, Jamie would love to murder me about half the time. About half the time.
I don't want to murder you. Sometimes I just want you to shut up a little bit. Or, this is worse. I actually prefer that he would talk, because it's actually, like, his punishment is silence. Silence. And that kills me more than anything. I'm like, just talk to me. Just tell me what's going on. Can we just work through this? And he's like, that's it. So, I shouldn't say that I actually want you to stop talking. It's way worse. The worst punishment in the world is silence to me.
And I am the master of going silent. I am the master of going silent, guys. I can go silent like the best of them.
Like a week. And then turn it around and be so sweet to everybody else and so fun and jovial and...
I can get on here with you all and just have a blast. We can just have so much fun. And as soon as I press that, all right, chef kisses. I love you guys. Bye. And then all of a sudden, not a word. But only because you deserve it. Only because you sometimes deserve it, babe. Sometimes you deserve it. Give me that hand. Give me that hand so I know you can't be pinching at me. Can I put my hand under yours? That's the way we do it here. That's the way we do it. So, thoughts, Jamie, on anything?
Well, this is the weirdest church I've ever been to.
Well, it's Cowboy Church, and Cowboy Church is not known to be normal church. We ain't taking no offering, guys. We're not taking any offering. We're not going to pass the offering plate. I will, though, say a quick blessing of thanks for the rain that we got.
Yes.
So, get this. So, 2.5 inches here, but not heavy enough to create any ponding. And that was major, because if you have ponding, that means your seed's going to float. We don't want our seed to float away, right? Now, can you tell us about inches of rain over at Longhorn Lester's?
I think we got 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, not even a full inch. So 3/4 of an inch.
Still rain. Still grateful that it came. Still grateful for the manner that it came, because it pretty much... It stayed misty all day, so what we did get did not burn off immediately, so it soaked in.
It'll help our seed germinate.
It will help the seed germinate. It wasn't a huge washout rain. I was hoping for a little bit of a washout rain. I didn't like
No. I did not want to wash out. I wanted like 3 days of a soft pitter-patter rain.
I wanted to fill the pond. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really wanted to fill the pond. This sounds really silly. I was hoping for a rain that would wash off the pastures. And I know that people don't understand that, but after a big dry spell with nothing for a while, just the top of the soil can hold parasites and things like that, and a good gusher will take it all out and take it to the river at that property. So,
thank you to the new member. It was too far away for me to see who it was.
It's okay though. It rained and it will germinate our seed, and all the animals are good. There's only a few limbs. We had a pretty good wind come through last night with the last bout. So we do have a few limbs, and there's leaves everywhere, so some things to blow off, but truly a blessing to receive that rain for the first time since about June at the Longhorn Lester property.
Now, I have not watched radar, but have you seen, is there any more rain coming, or are we done with it now?
This is it.
Today's our last day of having anything at all to do with rain.
And today is really just an overcast day with a heavy moisture in the air.
There's heavy, because we were outside just now, and it was so thick that it looked like it was like droplets.
Yeah, it's something like 98% humidity today.
Yep, but it's chilly, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, not a burn off, and
And I will say, I don't know, I'm sure you're probably making videos about it, but Jamie did cook yesterday, and
all day. I didn't leave the house yesterday.
I was the recipient of some of that amazing cooking. I took a picture of one of the best meals that I've eaten in a long time. Home cooked meals are always better to me than eating out. There is one place that I would choose over a home cooked meal. Do you think you might know what?
There's two that you would choose.
There's two I would choose over home cooked?
Yep.
So I'm gonna whisper here and see how well you know me, okay?
Okay.
Could you just look that way? So I can only name one. Oh, hold on, don't look.
Are you done now?
Okay, I'm done now. So I just named two spots that you're probably going to say if you really know me. So, name them.
Gumbo at the casino.
I did say gumbo, and here's how I did it. I went, that was the casino slots.
Oh, okay.
So, gumbo at the casino and
Lupe tortilla.
Lupe tortilla.
3 pepper cheesesteak.
I was going,
They probably had no idea because that's a thing
you guys
here.
don't know that one. But I love Lupe tortilla, guys, because they do have it's a 3 pepper cheesesteak.
It's made with hatch chili peppers.
Oh, I want it today. Hey, we are only allowed to go there on my birthday because it's so expensive,
Yeah,
okay?
we only go once a year.
We only go once a year because it's so gosh darn expensive. Oh my God, that right there is probably... Now, if Jamie does not have any drinks, and she doesn't always drink, sometimes she will have... No. Sometimes she'll have a drink. But that's $100 meal with the tip and all. And so we don't go there on a regular basis. We don't eat $100 meals when we go out. But that's for my birthday when she's buying.
And then I have a drink.
And then she has a drink and I allow it because she's paying, okay? But listen, it's this
No, I have a drink today. No, I'm kidding.
It's this strip of steak. It is the most tender steak. I don't know steak cuts. I don't know what's what as far as sirloin or ribeye. I don't know. But all I know is it's a steak and it's long, and they put these peppers on top of it. All these different kinds of peppers.
Yeah, so it's actually a skirt steak.
It's a skirt steak.
So, and they tenderize it, and then it's cooked on a flat, on like a
hot plate, a flat iron.
It's cooked on a cast iron, but it's on a flat grill. I don't even know what you call it, a griddle, I guess.
And then they put this cheese over the top of it that melts. Now, here's the thing. I love the flavor of the peppers, but before I eat it, I will take my fork and peel the pepper off. I don't want to actually eat the pepper itself.
No, it's the flavor of the pepper, and it goes into the steak. So it's definitely cooked together, and you can tell that it's done where there's cast iron on the bottom and on the top because it's definitely soaked through.
Oh my gosh. Listen, guys.
It's a delicious Blackstone. Thank you. Even though it's not, even though Blackstone's a brand, it's not. I know. I can't think of the name of that, but it's a flat.
I think people get the idea. But listen, those are the only 2 places that I would prefer to eat there over a home-cooked meal. But for the most part, I would go for a home-cooked meal any day. But those 2, whoo-wee. How long until my birthday?
Long time.
How long till Father's Day?
Longer.
Christmas?
So Golden Corral is definitely still on our list of favorite places to eat. Don't even think so. That's not on our favorite, go-to. It's just Golden Corral is about 45 minutes away up in Lufkin.
But hold on. But also eating out is mostly just the convenience of it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Eating out for us is mostly the convenience of not having to shop, not having to cook, not having to put all the dishes, wash, and put everything back away. Eating out for our busy lifestyles is just sometimes easier. And Jamie and me are not on the same schedule very often. It's a rarity when we're on the same schedule. So sometimes her saying, hey, I'm on my way home, can I bring something? I'm like, yes, please, I'm starving. Or vice versa, babe, I'm coming over, can I bring something? She goes, yeah, I have no time to cook today because of her calls.
You're coming over. You're coming home.
That's what I meant.
God.
That's what I meant. I'm coming home. That's what I meant.
You give people such a horrible impression sometimes by what slips out of his mouth. It's not necessary. It's just like a thing, and people are like, oh, it don't live together, or all these crazy extremes or something, and it's just like a Lesterism, like Googer, like totally off the wall, and then people like hang on it, and I'm always like having to explain.
Well, I will say, and this is no secret, that now that we have dogs,
Yeah.
horses, cows, and chickens, even the big birds, it does require a lot more time and attention.
There's a lot more presence required here. Very much so.
There's a lot more presence required here than what we used to.
Yeah.
And
I've been spending a lot more time here than I have as well, and people called that out. They're like, all you ever do is stay with the horses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm home every day.
Well, and then also, can I just say my work schedule? And this is going to sound weird to a lot of people, but listen, I've kind of made a habit out of going live in the morning with Coffee Club, Cowboy Church, and I've also made a habit of going live on the other channel for the nighttime roundup, the stalling of the horses and the feeding, the watering fill up. And so in a way, my work schedule and having the worry of what happens when I'm not here, because even though Shadow is our IT guy and him and Nikki Bell watch those cameras like crazy, I don't really trust them to deter much crime, okay? I don't really trust them to stay awake all night and watch the monitors. You do know they're the monitor watchers. They're the IT people, right? It's cute.
Shadow is probably the most attentive to that watching. I will say.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave very often.
But I'll just add this in there because there are some sweet ladies and maybe a few guys who don't get it. Trust me, I make plenty of time for you know what. Don't think that the whoopee is not happening because I'm not always home, okay? And I just say that because some people are so concerned that you're not making whoopee, you're not making whoopee.
This is the weirdest church ever. Still a church.
Well, whoopee didn't take all day, guys. You don't need all night and all day for whoopee, not at my age.
I need more coffee. No, I need more coffee.
Oh.
I did not want to cheers you. I wanted you to leave.
Jamie, don't be mean.
I wasn't mean.
You're being mean. You think it's real cute when your roosters do it, but whenever I do, you get all worked up. It's real cute when them roosters run around and doing it in 3 seconds, Jamie. But I pull one of those over and oh boy, you don't love me.
I was just having coffee in front of the fire. After I cleaned the floor, I even wiped down the fingerprints off the front of the fridge while y'all were doing all your farm chores outside. I swept, I mopped, I did the dishes, I made coffee, I wiped off all of the counters. I even moved everything off of his desk.
I'm not real good. I am not good with that part. I am a very clean man. But Jamie will admit it's the dogs who destroy everything. The dogs just go through this place, which is why I'm actually happy the dogs are not here right now, because you have made this place look great. But we bring them dogs back over here, and what's going to happen? In no time, they're going to go through this place.
I will say that in a tiny space, whether it be in the JL Motel or the Mini Pearl, the number one thing is that you must pick up and clean up instantly and wash and put away and everything, because in a tiny space, everything has to be in its place or it feels like it's in total disarray at any point in time.
There's Baba milk everywhere. Guys, that's hard to do that with that. Baba milk is like a it's like flour. Whenever anyone bakes with flour,
Lisa, that's hilarious.
huh? What? Flour goes everywhere. You cannot keep flour contained to a spot. And by making babas, it puts that baba milk powder everywhere, like flour. It just floats. It creates its own little dust cloud. And it's hard to keep it contained to an area. So, what are you thinking about the rabbit joke? Rabbits and chickens. That's nature.
Lisa literally just said.
Rabbits, roosters, and Lester, okay? There you go. I'm just a part of nature.
No, she said it's one of the dogs named Lester.
That's funny to y'all?
Do you not get it?
That's why everyone's laughing about that?
You don't get it?
No, I thought they were laughing about my something else I had said.
No, they're laughing because you're like, the dogs just create messes everywhere. And,
okay.
And then some...
But you know that
dogs do create messes.
You know the truth.
So literally, if you put food in a bowl here, Stella picks up the bowl and brings it up the stairs and then spills it. She dumps it out to eat it. We have a different food right now, and they have the kernels that they like in it and the ones that they don't. They'll eat it all, but they like the other version first.
Don't make me demonstrate, but it's true. I don't know why this the dog food comes this way, but in the dog food bowl there's these little green, brown, and red different, I guess they're different flavors of different foods. Maybe some has a chicken flavor, some has a beef flavor, some has like lamb. I have no idea. But Stella wants to pick out her favorite flavor. It's like picking out the blue M&Ms, except Stella doesn't have thumbs. So Stella will take the entire bowl in her mouth and start walking around until she finds a nice place to lay. When she finds her place to lay, she'll dump the entire bowl across the floor. And then she can sit there very easily and find the flavors that she wants to eat. And everything else just lays there.
The Purina one has them like that. Where it's like there's chunks of meat and then there's the rest, and they always pick out the chunks of meat first in that one. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
So just don't make Lester demonstrate. No, we're not going to demonstrate. Oh, you mean the part about the rabbits and the roosters? No, we ain't going to demonstrate that. But I wouldn't mind demonstrating the Stella, but nah, we're not going to do that either.
I'll save that for a reel. By the way, have you practiced your finger thing? Because I posted that yesterday, and so many people could not do it either, so do not feel.
Guys, it's impossible.
I practiced yesterday when you weren't watching.
So in case anyone did not see Jamie's reel, she showed me something which is kind of dumb. But I thought...
It's a huge challenge right now, okay? So,
I thought it was just a dumb challenge.
Oh, he was like, that's so dumb. That's
I'm
not
like,
hard.
These people are being dumb. Sometimes people make dumb videos just to get a laugh. But it really was impossible for me. So you have the pointer finger and the baby finger, the little finger, the pinky, on opposite hands. And then I'm going to do it in slow motion. At the same time, you close these, but you open it opposite.
Yes.
And then again, you close these and you open it.
It's really hard.
Now I'm going slow speed, but you see what I'm doing over here. So you open and close.
You don't know how long I had to practice to make those
now,
three things
whenever
work.
you do it at a normal speed, it's hard.
It's really hard.
I would challenge anybody, if you're just sitting there and doing nothing, put your phone down for a minute.
And then you got to practice like this, right? So like you got to do the pinkies. For whatever reason, your brain does, like my brain is fighting to bring this finger out too. Like every time. And
so my thumbs hold those two down. I don't worry about those two. Those are held down.
How do you get your thumbs to hold that down?
Go across them like that.
Oh, that feels worse, sir.
My thumbs just hold those down. Will you put your thumb inside of them?
I don't know. My thumb just goes here. My thumb just like rests on that.
It's really, really hard to control those.
Try it, because it's unbelievably hard and challenging to do it at the same exact time.
My other pinky will not go in. That's what happens to my pinky. My pinky gets stuck. My pinky gets stuck like that. And
to be real with you, though, it's like a brain game. And it's also a really good stretch for your pinky to go out by itself. So if you have carpal tunnel, that type of thing, this is a stretch. And if you put your wrist backwards as well, it's even a bigger stretch. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, Jamie, as you can see, we have passed our threshold of 1 hour. And that means it's time for us to go ahead and make our way off this live.
I'm going to finish this cup of coffee.
I will too.
And then I have a project to do today.
So do
You
I.
never told people what you ate yesterday. People were asking that. I don't know if you wanted to dive into that, if you're saving that for a video.
Yeah, let me just put a picture on my community tab. I'll just put a picture on my community tab if you guys don't mind.
But I baked and I made a video, and I'm really excited to build that. There's actually a lot that has happened over the past couple of days that I've videoed, so I have quite a few videos for this week already done. But today's a project, and we are headed to a vendor fair where Stephanie and Megan are having a booth.
I'm gonna go see my mama and my daddy out in Plum Grove, y'all. I go on Sundays to visit my parents. So that's what our afternoon will look like, and we're gonna swing by the vendor fair and see what Stephanie and Megan are selling.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And if we get a good signal, I might go live, or you can go live if you want to. If we get a signal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you'll get a signal where they're going to be at.
I don't either.
So we do have a day, but don't worry, we'll be back tonight on the channels on Suits to Boots and I'm a Survivor when we go live at 8 o'clock. Right?
8 p.m. Central. We'll see you there. Cheers, y'all.
Have a fun day, guys, and thank you all for watching. Okay? Mwah! Chef kisses. Oh.